Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna do a Brave Dragon Link deck profile. So I played this over the weekend. I went for quite competitive locals, and then I went 4-2 at the OES Championship. So it went like 8-2 over the course of 2 days. It's really good. The reason why, I'll go through a little bit of the theory first behind the Brave Dragon Link and why I put the Brave engine in. It's literally just because the deck has a huge problem with nib. So if you hit the Brave engine, obviously you get the Griffin. It just helps play through nib, and it helps with if your hand's really weak into Ash or whatever, like this can bait the Ash, or you can Griffin Rider the Ash. And then what's a really good thing about the Brave cards as well is my biggest problem with the Brave cards when it first started was I wanted a deck that utilized the token, so it wasn't just like staying on the field. And this is really good because if the Griffin Rider uses the negate and you got a token left on the field, you can often just use that to make Savage. So we'll get into the list. I think it's a really clean list because the way it just looks, you'll see when I get sort of into it. So 3 Enchantress, 3 Right, 1 Faithful, 1 Draco-Back, 1 Faithful, 1 Foolish, and the Griffin Rider. So basically, we'll touch on this very lightly. Basically, if you go into play sort of like the 3 bricks, which I sort of don't really believe that these two are 100% bricks in this deck because you can utilize a lot of the discards, and obviously you can use this to make Romulus. If you're going to play this engine, you need to be maxing out on the starters. So you need to be playing 3 and 3. You don't want to be playing 2 Right or whatever. You don't want to cut the Foolish. You want to hit the maximum amount of starters for the Brave engine, because you actually want to get into it because it's ridiculous, and it's actually really good going second as well. Like, it helped me crack a lot of boards. So there's the 10 Brave cards. Then we've got the Dragon cards. So this is obviously quite a high deck out. It's 54 cards. So you want the maximum amount of normal summon starters you can play. So that's the 3 black, the red eyes, and the 3 safer and the 3 chaos space. The safer people that think, oh, it conflicts with the Brave package, you pretty much almost always pisty this back. If you need the extenders, you go into the Baby Dragons. If you don't need the extenders, you go into the Levy, or you go into the, if you don't have the 8 cards, then you can go into Tracer, and then the Ravine can send the Levy, which you can get back by banishing this in the grave. So it's really good. And then to go with the chaos space, obviously we've got the black and the white, no explanation needed for them, absolutely ridiculous. And then the one Levy's super insane in this deck, because you can so often work it into it, because now you're playing more level 8, so you can quite often Seyfert can pitch the Lebellion off the field to add this. So there's lots of different lines to get to it. So now we'll hop into the rocket package. So 2 Tracer, 1 Caliber, 1 Recharger, 1 Absol, 3 Quick Launch, the Ravine, and the Boot. So obviously the Ravine and the Boot are absolutely mandatory. The Quick Launch, it's an E-Telly. Absol searches you into your rocket engine. Recharger, sometimes you need a non-tuner rocket to just special and go straight into these two if you don't have the Brave token up, or if you don't have a safer in rotation or a Baby Dragon. Tracer is basically the definition of a 2 of, because you literally need 2, but you don't want to have 3 because you don't really you don't want to open it too much. And then the Caliber, sometimes you do need a tuner to summon off the Tracer, and its effect in hand isn't too bad either. And it's also nice having not only the other tuner to summon off the Tracer, but also another tuner to summon off the Quick Launch. So it's really good. So it's it just looks really good as a deck as well. I think all the different engines. So 3 Lebellion. To be honest, the next best one's probably Saronir. Then 3 Magna. The 1 Druis, and then the 1 Regained. So Saronir is really good. If you can watch some videos where I basically say that Saronir is basically everything. Sarangi is also really good just randomly in combos because you can normally get to Sarangi pitch the belly and set it up. Then quite often you can save it at this back and get back into Magma, which I always do because it gives you a follow up and it gives you an extra draw and it helps play through Dark Ruler because this card is insane. The one Druis in there for the play where you can search the Druis in the end phase and then pop it with the Tracer. So that is a 44 cards there. So basically, if you call this, it'd be card for card the same as the Disciples list, I think, because it's a really good list. But yeah, if you cut these, you then go down to the exact Disciples list. But then I decided to play free Nip, free Kurikara, free Ash, and then the one talent. The reason why I played the one talent is because I decided to thrust. One thrust, it just makes side and pants a lot easier. And plus I wanted an extra go second card because instead of playing 9 in 43, I'm playing 10 in 54. So you always want a little bit extra. Then the change I'd definitely make here is I think I would drop the Ash for a bit more of a high impact card. I think I want Droll instead, because I feel like when you're playing such a small number of go second cards, you want super high impact ones. So that's why I want the Droll for that one. So yeah, I just thought it's sort of a really clean list because there's just like, there's like 10 Brave cards, there's like 10 card Rock Engine, then there's sort of like your 10 starters, your 10 Bestials, sort of like the 4 cards, and then your 10 gold second cards. Such a clean 54 card list. Then we'll move on to the extra deck. So the extra deck is exactly the same as Disciples. The Savage, the Scarlet need to come up, but I got shifted, then Dark Ruled, then Rabined. Baron, come up, cards cracked. Disparter, Zeus, which come up on me again. Atom, which come up on me again. Striker, Pisty, Rom, Dark, every game some of these. Seals often comes up. Triple, Unicorn, Access, and Borderland. So just quickly review this extra deck. Summoned these extremely often. You know, these come up almost every game. So these, they come up, they're like an absolutely fixed 11 cards. This didn't come up for me on Saturday, but it won me again on Sunday. This come up once on Saturday, and once today, because obviously I made Zeus over this, but it didn't really matter what this could have been like any XYZ, but it had to be an XYZ, so I suppose you could say it come up. This is sort of optional because it's normally made going into boards where Chaos Angel might be just as good, but this is also, it's just really cracked because you just threaten the Baron straight away, negating a pop. It's 2 for 1, like you trade 2 cards in your field for 2 cards, but it's in 1 card, so it's a 3k body as well, which can attack over. And then the Scarlet, I played the Scarlet today, I played the IV yesterday. Well, the IV on Saturday, the Scarlet on Sunday. Both never come up. Rarely went out in time, apart from one game where I got lost to Thunder. Then for the side, pretty simple. You sort of want to be maxing out the cards in the side because you're playing so many, you're playing like 50 that if you're going to put a card in, you want to see it. So you just got to like max out on it and just pick the best one. So I played Bell. This will probably get dropped for Ash if I put Droll in the main, but Bell's really good. Eclipse and Dark Ruler just for cash, but it also covers like insane amounts of stuff. So the Eclipse covers the Pearly matchup, the Dark Ruler covered Exorcister up, which is getting hype. Dark Ruler's obviously just insane in general. And then you play the 3 Eradicator. I'm gonna start playing more Thrust. I think the card is nuts. I think this quite could easily be 3 Thrust, 3 Eradicator because it just makes any man score in second cards great. I played the one Harpies for the backward X and the first, so basically get 2, and then just 1 Pank on its own, because Pank just seems cracked into like almost every board. But I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't really go over many siding patterns with this deck. But yeah, that's the list. Like I say, I went 4 on Saturday, 4-2 on Sunday. I only bricked once, and it wasn't even that much of a brick. It was pretty bad, don't get me wrong. It was Chaos Space Black, and then it was just basically all the Brave, like a lot of Brave Engine. Oh, and it was a boot as well. This is like really tough, so I ended up losing this game obviously because the one interruption and lose this game, but I only see the, like with this deck, so I've only see like these 2 as a hard break, because like all these are going second card, so you can't really count these as bricks. This is never a brick because it always trades 1 for 1. This is never a brick because they're all dark. Obviously this is dark card. This, you could have argued in previous times that this was a brick because you didn't play that many lights, but now you've got Lebellion and Sarani to search Lebellion and lots of ways to get to that. You can't really say it's a brick anymore. These aren't bricks because they're body extenders. This isn't a brick. Can't call these a brick because they're all starters. This, any Dragon's Life, Ravine just does too much now. So you can never call that a brick. These are insane. This, if you're playing with this, it's actually beneficial to open this, but it's so searchable you don't play more than one. This goes there. I'll explain these later on. This is just an extender if you're still playing, and if you're not playing, you're going to lose anyway. Right, so this is the way I see it. I see these 2 as like the super hard bricks, and I see these as like the soft bricks, because obviously this can get you an extender which is level 4, which can obviously often be used for synchro material, or it can get you this which can help you into the Romulus. And the reason why these are a brick is because this is so searchable that drawing it is literally a neck 1, because you search it in every combo ever anyway. And then the same with this, like it's absolutely useless and you just get it for free off Faithful by summoning. So that's why these 2 are super hard bricks, and like I said, these 2 are sort of pseudo because they do the same thing. And this, often you can just boot Sector for multiple, or use the Romulus effect when you summon an extra deck monster to it in the worst case of scenarios. So anyway, I hope you like the deck, hope you found it cool. It's really fun to play. There's lots of different lines all the time. It's quite good going second because you've got so much engine within the deck to just try and push through boards. So yeah, hope you liked it. Hope it's a bit different. Cheers, working.